Each year, Key Chorale selects an individual who has contributed greatly to the cultural life of our community for our Perfect Pitch Award. And at this time, we also thank and recognize Perfect Pitch Award winners from the past: Dolly Jacobs Race, Lee Doherty Ross, Richard Storm, Pedro Race, Ian Webb, Nate Jacobs, and Daniel Jordan. This year's recipient is Maestro Victor Dorenzi, who has been an integral part of our community for decades. For more than 40 seasons as artistic director and principal conductor, he has nurtured Sarasota Opera into a world-class organization who presents the very best in opera while also contributing to our Stars of Tomorrow through their apprentice and studio arts programs. Fortunately for us, instead of traveling throughout the world conducting opera, Victor chose to put his roots here in Sarasota. And from those roots grew an amazingly beautiful, robust, and vibrant tree. It's a tree that represents a legacy only Maestro could cultivate, a legacy on which he continues to build, and a legacy for which our entire community is deeply grateful. Thank you, Victor.
What I love about Maestro is his authenticity, and that he is not afraid to say what he thinks or let you know where you stand at all times, for good and for bad. My friendship with him and my music making with him over the years have always benefited from that honesty and that ability to communicate directly and in such a way that I know immediately what he's after.
People had said, you know, he's an opera lover, you have to know your stuff to impress him, but I hit it off with him because I'm an opera lover, I'm an opera geek. We had fun back and forth talking about our favorite old-time opera singers. I don't presume to have his encyclopedic knowledge of opera, and I constantly learn from him, because he has, as we know, dedicated his entire life to this. It was really fun to meet someone else who geeks out on opera like I do, and watching him conduct for the first time was something that made me regret I no longer sang.
The first time I met Maestro Dorenzi was in 1988, when I, as an aspiring singer, decided to audition for the apprentice program here at Sarasota Opera. I was very nervous, and I had quickly put together a resume to do the audition. Well, I made a mistake on my resume, and instead of putting my birth date, I put the day of my birth, but actually the current year. So I went into the audition. Maestro Dorenzi looked at my resume, and the first words he said to me is, "So I see you're going to be born in a couple of weeks. I hope that goes well for you." That is my relationship with Victor Dorenzi.
I met him long ago when I first moved to town. We both started in Sarasota more or less the same time. And he'd taken over the opera. I wrote about the opera, so I got to know him that way. He was very intimidating and not particularly interested in me or any of my opinions, which in retrospect was very smart on his part, because I thought he should start doing things like Hello, Dolly.
Congratulations on this award. It couldn't go to a better person, and you followed in some very big shoes from the last year's award, but I'm glad you were able to be a part of what Key Chorale does, and what you bring to this community is unique. It's been an incredible honor and joy to get to know you, become your friend and colleague, and I hope for many more years of music making.
Maestro, thank you for all these years of being able to do the art I love, for being able to share the art I love with other artists, with the youth of the community, with our youth opera, and with everyone who comes to Sarasota Opera to enjoy what we do.
Oh, Maestro, you know that I would not be here if it were not for you. Sarasota Opera would not be here if it were not for you. We all owe you a great debt. We all honor you and respect you and wish you the best. And it is a great pleasure and honor for me to be one of the people who honor you at the Perfect Pitch Luncheon.
Well, I would like to see more of him because we're both getting to the age. I have retired. I don't know what his retirement plans are, but I'd love to be an old retired man with him, and we could have lunch once a week and play golf.
I bet even Giuseppe Verdi would be proud to say, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our 2023 Perfect Pitch Award winner, the incomparable Maestro Victor de Renzi.